a new big book for you this week. It's actually a little book that we're going to make into a big book. Now, before we read it, though, let me ask you, what do you know about cats? What do you know about cats? Give me a thumbs up if you have a cat at your house. If you have a cat at your house, you might know how cats act. If you don't have a cat at your house, you might have seen one at other people's houses or maybe on TV. Tell me, what do you know about cats? Angelina, what do you know about cats? Do you know something about cats? What do you know about cats? Would you like me to come back to you? Sydney, what do you know about cats? They do like to play with yarn. Paul, what do you know about cats?
I know they scratch.
They scratch. They do like to scratch. Deshawn, what do you know about cats?
I know they like to bite.
They do sometimes might like to bite. Anthony, what do you know about
They
cats?
like to play.
They like to play. Farah, what do you know about cats?
They like to eat.
They like to eat. Can I tell you something about cats?
Yeah.
Sometimes cats like to be by themselves, and so they like to hide. They like to hide, and sometimes they hide in funny places. This cat's name is A Long Trip, and you pack your things in it. So look what the story says. Oliver is in the suitcase. You think he's trying to go on a trip?
Yeah.
Maybe. Where's Oliver now?
Oh
my goodness.
I know he was
Oliver is in the sink. Do you think he wants to take a bath?
Yeah.
You think so?
Cats don't like water.
You're right, that's another thing about cats. Cats don't like water. Maybe he's just playing in there.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my. Oliver is in the basket.
He's in the food basket.
Okay, are you ready for the end? Because the end is kind of crazy.
Okay.
There's kind of a big uh-oh or an oh no. You ready to see what happened?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Oliver's in all these places. Now look. Oh no! Oliver is in the dryer. A dryer is what you use with the washing machine, and just like the name says, it gets your clothes all dry. You're right, Angela. It goes round and round. Is that a good idea for Oliver to be in there? So this is the one that uses a lot of electricity, and it makes your clothes dry, so it's really hot inside if you turn it on. Let's read that together. Oh no, Oliver is in the dryer. There he is. Oh my gosh. Turn to somebody next to you and tell them where Oliver was in this book. Which one?
Oliver was in this book. Oliver was in this book. He was in the sink. He was in the washer. I thought you were in it. I thought you were in the toilet.
Isn't Oliver such a funny cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver was in so many different places. Tomorrow we're going to read Oliver the cat again, and we'll try something else that readers do. Thank you. And let's all right, yesterday we read this story about Oliver the cat. It was so silly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was in this thing. And we were thinking about how cats like to hide, and in this story we saw all the different places that Oliver went to hide. Today as we read it, I want you to think about what we've been learning about what readers do when they read. One of the ways that we've learned that readers read is that they read the pictures. So today as we read, I want you to help me by checking the pictures. Angelina. That's two. And we're going to check the pictures because the words in the pictures always match. Let's read Oliver the cat. There he is. Look at this picture. Where is Oliver in this picture? In the back. So guess what the words are going to say? Oliver is in the bag. Does that match what the picture shows? Yeah. All right, let's see what the next picture shows.
Now we want this.
Where is he now?
In the box.
In the box. In the box. It could be a cardboard box. The words are going to say something about that. Let's read it. Oliver is in the box. Did they match?
Yeah. The O and the other O.
Yeah, that's because his name stays the same on every page. Oliver. Every page starts with Oliver. Where's he on this page? Look at him. He's in the suitcase. He's in the suitcase. Are the words going to talk about Oliver being in the suitcase?
Yeah.
Let's read it. Oliver is in the suitcase. It does match. The words match the picture. Where's this picture? In the sink. If the picture shows him in the sink, what are the words going to say? I bet you can read it with me. Oliver is in the sink.
That's the last one, right? That was the last one. Last one.
Where is he now?
Basket.
Now let's read the words. Oliver is in the basket. The basket. You know what? Food basket makes sense,
Yeah.
but the words just say basket, so we need to check the pictures and the words. They always match.
This is the last one.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
The last page was so funny, right? Where is he now? This is called a dryer. And remember, the author said something funny. She said, "Oh no," because is it a good idea that Oliver's in the dryer?
Yeah.
No. So it starts, "Oh no." Will you read that with me?
Oh,
no. Oliver is in the dryer.
If somebody
So, readers, today, no, I don't think. I think they'll make sure that he's not in there. Today and every day when you read, what are you going to check? What are you going to look at as you read to see what the words are? The pictures, because the words and the pictures always match. So today, as you go to Dear Time for reading all by yourself from your book box, you can check the pictures to see what the words might say. All right. Reading this book about Oliver the cat. What have we already learned about Oliver? What do we know about Oliver? What do we know, Charlotte?
That he hides everywhere.
He does hide everywhere. What else do we know about Oliver, Sydney?
That he hides in the laundry room.
He hides in the laundry room. Farrah?
Sheila hides in
In the laundry. So yesterday when we were reading Oliver the cat, you were able to read a lot of the book with me. And I know that's because we learned that words and pictures match. And you remembered what he does. Sit up, please. But I'm wondering too if you heard some words again and again on every page that helped us read the book. Because some books work like that, don't they? Some of the books we have words that repeat on every page. Like remember we saw that in Brown Bear and in Mary Wore Her Red Dress. Today as we read Oliver the cat, see if you can hear those words that are the same on every page and how that helps us read the book. Let's read Oliver the cat. No thank you. No thank you.
There he is.
Let's read it. Oliver is in the bag.
He is in the bag.
He is in the bag.
Box. In a box.
Did you hear that? That's the same, isn't it? How does it start?
So
Oliver is in the box. What did you hear that was the same on the first page and the second page? What words did you hear again on the second page? Sydney?
And those two words are the same.
Which ones? Can you say them?
Oliver is in the box.
So Oliver is in the on this page it says box. What did it say on the page before? In the bag. So did you hear Oliver is in the on those pages? Let's see if the next page says that too. That's how this book works. Let's read it.
He's in the
Oliver is in the
TV.
suitcase. Suitcase. It does kind of look like a TV because it's all black, but
or
it's
a wallet.
suitcase.
Or
Wallets are a little too small to have cats in them.
Yeah.
This is a suitcase. Can you say suitcase?
Suitcase.
This is the word suitcase.
suitcase. I know it's
Okay, so now we know the words that we repeat. So what is this sentence going to start with? What is it going to start with? What word will it say? Oliver. Let's read it. Oliver is in the sink. Oh my goodness. Where's Oliver now?
In
The basket. We're going to use those words. What is it going to start with? Oliver is in the. Let's read it. Oliver is in the basket. Now here's where it sounds a little. Do you remember what did the author write? Because this was kind of a problem. What did she say? She said, "Oh no." Let's read that. Oh no. Now let's read the words that are the same. Oliver is in the dryer. So readers, yesterday we talked about how when you read, you can read. Yesterday when we were reading, we said that you can read the pictures to help you read the book. This book, Angeline, Emily. This book is also a great book that you can remember read. Because the words that are the same on every page help you to remember read this book. Let's read this last page all together and we're going to remember read this part that says Oliver is in the, because it's the same on every page. Ready? Oh no! Oliver is in the dryer. Today and every day when you read, think about how that book that you're reading works and see if there are any words that are repeating that will help you remember read and make the words and pictures match. All right. So bye, Oliver.
Bye, Oliver.
Hands in your lap. Eyes on the big book. Ears to your side. And lips bunched. Guess what? It's time for our big book. We have been reading Oliver the Cat this week, and yesterday we noticed that some of the words in the story were the same on every page. That was how this book works, right? Some of the words are the same on every page. What were the words that were the same on every page? Can you remind us, Anthony? What were the words?
Oliver is in the.
Stop. Oliver is in the. And the last part changed because on every page he was in something different, wasn't he? So we knew and we could remember read this book because we knew the words. Oliver is in the is going to be on every page. Today I'm going to show you how when we say those same words on every page, we can point to the words so our eyes are looking at what the pointer is pointing to and our mouth is saying what the pointer is pointing to. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to read Oliver the Cat. We know how to remember read this book. We're going to point to each word so that our pointing matches what our reading is. Ready? Here we go. Oliver is in the basket. Did you see how I pointed to each word with the pointer? When we said one word, our mouth was saying one word and our pointer was pointing to one word. Watch me as I do it again and then maybe one of you can come try. Ready? Oliver is in the box. Let's see. Charlotte, can you come on up and give it a try? Come on up. I'm going to have to squeeze it over here. Ready? And we're going to point to the word. We're going to point to one word at a time. Our mouth is going to say one word. Our pointer is going to point to one word. Look at the picture. Do you know what this page is going to say?
Yeah.
I think you do because you know what the pattern is. Now let's point as we read it. Ready? We'll put under the word so you can see it. Oliver is in the suitcase. Did you see how the whole time we were saying suitcase, Charlotte pointed to the word suitcase? Where do your eyes need to be? Thanks. Thank you. All right, let's turn the page. Let's see. Miguel, can you come on up?
I can see all the pictures.
Come turn around this way, honey. Come turn around this way. He is in the sink. Watch as Miguel points to the words to make his pointing match what the words say on the page. Let's wait till Charlotte sits. Here we almost go. Have a seat. Okay, have a seat. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oliver is in the sink. Let's try it again. Ready? You read it as Miguel plays. Oliver. You gotta hold it really tightly. Okay, ready? Oliver is in the sink. Thank you. All right. Let's read the next page. Watch as we point. Let's read it together. Oliver is in the basket. Are you ready for the big uh-oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oliver
Yes, we know what the words are going to say. Where are we going to start reading? There are two lines. There's one here and one here. Which one will we read first? Angelina, can you go on up to the board and point to which line we're going to read first? Which one? Oh, which one? Here, Mr. McHenry is going to give you a pointer. Point to which line we're going to read first. There it is. Point under it, Angelina, so we can see the word right there. All right. Thanks, Angelina. You can have a seat. Ready? Oh, no. Where should my pointer go now? Where should it go now? Emily, can you point to where it's going to go next? My pointer's here. Where is it going to go next? Right back down to the left. Let's read it again. Oh, no. Oliver is in the dryer. So readers, today and every day when you read, you can point to each word. Point to one word at a time because your mouth is saying one word at a time when you read. All right.
You are in the birthday like me.
Yes, I am. Think about Oliver the cat this week. He is so silly, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let's read it. And we're going to look and read all the places where he hides, where he is in. And then at the end, I had an idea that I thought you could help me with. Are you ready to read it?
Yeah.
Let's read Oliver the cat. Here he is. Okay, remember, we're going to point 1 point for each word. Ready? Oliver is in the bag. Oliver is in the box. Cardboard box makes sense, doesn't it? But the word right here, it starts with a B, like banana. So it just says box. Let's read that. Oliver is in the box. So that way, Paul, it matches the pictures and the words. Where is he? Suitcase. Let's read that. Oliver is in the suitcase. Oliver is in the sink. There it is. Oliver is in the basket. Oh, here it is. I know. Let's read that. Oh, no. Oliver is in the dryer. So, readers, I had an idea. We loved reading this really silly book about Oliver and all the places he was hiding. I was wondering if maybe we could add some more to this book. In writing workshop, we've been learning about how writers can tell stories and put them in books. So today I was wondering if you could help me add a couple more pages to this book about Oliver. So here are some things that we learned about this book. We learned that this whole story is about Oliver what? And what is he doing in this book? Hiding, right? So this book is about Oliver the cat. He's hiding in all different places. And one of the things we noticed about this book is the way that it works is that there's a pattern on every page that is the same, right? So we knew it was going to say Oliver is in the dryer because that was the part that was the same. So as we write a couple more pages, let's remember that this book is about Oliver hiding, and there's a special pattern in this book that helps this book to work in a way where we can remember reading. So here's what I was thinking. I added some new pages on, and I was thinking about when we read My Cats Nick and Nora. And remember when we read When Emmy and Isabel were looking for Nick and Nora, and one of them was hiding in the pot, and we thought it was so funny. What would the word sound like if we had Oliver hiding in a pot? Think about the pattern in this book, how that book works, and what it might look like. I'm going to go ahead and draw Oliver in the pot. And you think in your head about what it might sound like if Oliver is in the pot. So I'm going to do his head and his eyes sticking out. So think about this story and the way that the pattern helps us to read. What might it sound like if Oliver's hiding in the pot? What are you thinking, Paul?
We can write the same thing on the other side.
So what would it say?
Oliver is in the pot.
Say, can you say it a little bit louder so everybody can hear you?
Oliver is in the pot.
Thumbs up if you agree with Paul that that would follow the way that the rest of this book works. Oliver is in the pot. Let's say that. Oliver is in the pot. Will you help me? I'll write it while you say it. What's the first word? Oliver is in the pot. That's going to be the word we're going to have to figure out. Pot. That sounds a lot like the beginning of Paul's name, doesn't it? Pot. Pot. I'm going to put a period there. Let's read that now. Oliver is in the pot. And there's one more set of pages we could add. Turn to a buddy next to you and think about where else it would be funny to have Oliver hide. Where else could Oliver hide?
How about in the fridge?
So when we add a page to this book, it's not going to be someplace where Oliver already was. And I'm thinking about Oliver. It looks like all these places could be in Oliver's house. So think about a place in a house where Oliver could also be hiding.
What?
Charlotte and Melvin, what were you thinking?
Behind the toilet.
So, but in all the books, is he in the? He was in the sink, in the suitcase, in the pot, in the basket. Could we say Oliver is in the toilet?
Under the bed.
What's another idea?
Oliver is in the toilet.
And then stop calling out. Sydney, what were you thinking?
Oliver is in the. Say bye. I go to my poo-poo.
Oh, it's Sydney's turn.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, if you think of it, you can raise your hand again. Anthony, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that he can be in inside the school.
He could be inside the school, but when we were reading this book, Anthony, did you notice that all these places are in a house? Can you think of the place in a house that Oliver could be? In the toy? Like in the toy box?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take one more idea. Sydney, did you think of one?
Oliver is under the table.
Okay, we could say Oliver's under the table. I'm wondering though about that pattern. It seemed like on every page we said Oliver is in something. Can you think of something that Oliver could be in? What could he be in? In the cabinet. All right, so my friends, we have 3 ideas. I need to see your eyeballs over here. Thank you. Waiting for 2 more pairs of eyeballs. Thanks. So we could have Oliver in the toilet. We could have Oliver in the toy box. Or we could have Oliver in the cabinet. I'm going to say those choices again. You're going to pick your favorite. When you pick your favorite, you're going to give me a thumbs up right over here on your chest, so you are just showing me, not your buddies. Are you ready? If you would like to have Oliver in the toilet, give me a thumbs up. If you would like to have Oliver in the toy box, give me a thumbs up. You're just voting for one. And if you would like to have Oliver in the cabinet, give me a thumbs up. Okay. I think we're going to put Oliver in the toilet. Are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna draw the toilet. The toilet is kind of like there's the top. No, it's crazy. And we'll have Oliver like here. Maybe we should make his face like he's not happy. Right? There he is. Okay, so what are the words gonna sound like? Alright, let's all say it together. Oliver is in the toilet. Paul, are you thinking this should be an oh no 1, 2? Alright, let's start like that. Oh no. Then what do we say? Oliver is in the toilet. Say toilet. Toilet. That sounds like turtle. What letter is that going to be? T. Toilet. Oh my gosh. That is so dumb. Let's read it. Ready? Oh no. Oliver is in the toilet. Oh my gosh. Okay, readers. Next week we're going to put Oliver the cat in the big book station so you can read it, and we'll keep the pages that we wrote too so you can remember it and use the pictures to help you read those. Good job reading and writing. Thank you. We did writing.